Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. We have already started here.
Van Nistelrooy really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, terrible pass. Lahm becomes the latest member of the 300 club, another feather in his cap in what has become a fine career.
Well, Peter, it's remarkable considering I still remember covering his first game, with you in fact. He really has come an awful long way, hasn't he? If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Back into the middle. It's a sweet ball that. And he's got the shot away! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Mbappe! They've got to be quick to recover this. Roberto Carlos. Header!
Vietnam would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Davids. First quarter of an hour gone. Mbappe. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Pedri. Heads it! Oh, not the best of headers.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Mbappe. Well, they've got it again. Roberto Carlos was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Ødegaard going face-to-face with his great rival. Mateus. Oh, sweet feet.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Davids. Van Nistelrooy. Nicked it back promptly. White is one whose deliveries we all know about. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Pedri. Now Mbappe. Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's found him in space. Now that's a fine challenge. Lahm unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Adams. White. Ødegaard. To Messi. Davids. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Lahm. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Messi. Ødegaard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ødegaard. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nicely aimed pass. Bellingham did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Vietnam can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Gets a good foot in there. Well-timed, excellent interception. Haaland! He scores! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Quick, decisive and unerring, a textbook example of how to turn defence into counter-attack. That'll do for me every time.
Real chance! And he hits the net. And right on half-time, that is telling.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Vietnam have ultimately had the better of things in the first half, ahead by the odd goal in 3. It is, of course, far from 1. Both managers in pensive mood as they head down the tunnel. It is 2-1 here at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Changes made by neither side, from what we understand. He's had a hit! It's there! Arsenal are level.
Oh, that was a cracking little exchange to set up the finish, and a lovely understanding between both players. I mean, that's clearly tailored on the training ground and delivered beautifully on match day.
This has become one superb game of football.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Now it's Mbappe.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Messi. Van Nistelrooy, foot in. Van Nistelrooy was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Haaland. And they're back on the ball again. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Now it's Haaland. Decent hit! He's got a goal! And he is just ripping it up!
The attendance for this match
just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player.
He's had a shot! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Tries to dink it in.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Bellingham. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Messi finds himself offside. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 9, Erling Haaland. Number 5, Bellingham. Number 10,
Mateus.
Mbappe. Number 23, Pedri. Coming on the field,
Messi.
Number 45, Osimhen.
Can he finish?
Number 20,
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Number 26,
Arsenal with the corner. They're first.
substitution.
Great hit! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that's definitely not his best. That has not gone well. Half an hour gone in the second half. Messi, and here's Van Nistelrooy. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Arsenal showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Davids. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mateus. Another pass, just keep... And Van Nistelrooy! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
Arsenal have their second corner now. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, that's a fine intercept. Mateus!
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Messi. Showing great feet there.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh, what a ball he's in here! Bellingham.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Oh dear, less said about that pass the better.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Osimhen. Adams does really well there, he is strong. And it's Messi. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Costa Curta. Arsenal desperately searching for the winner here. And time is up. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. So Jim, how do you reflect? Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Mbappe! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Mbappe really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
He's shifting through the gears here. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And they're quick to get it back. Solid! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front.
Nedved very cleverly provided the return ball there, and it made all the difference in the creation of that goal. I don't want to take anything away from the finish, but the pass was really key.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Looking for options for movement.
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Surlot. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Lobbed in behind. Now it's Mbappe. Opts to play it back. It's a good foot. Pedri! And he has been fouled there.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
An opportunity then to pull clear here. Platini ready to try one. He's had a crack. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Pedri. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Now he's off and running. Van der Ven spots it and intercepts.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Surlot. Platini.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Little pass back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
And he's managed to get rid. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He won't be happy with that one. Surlot. Haaland. Japan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And it's Lam. Mendes with a definite foul there. There could be trouble here. But for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Bellingham. It's out for a goal kick. Good pressure, determined, intense. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. And he's been shifted off it. And the ball's gone astray. Tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Surlot really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Japan with the corner, they're first. Mosquera. And here's Nedved. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Haaland. Pedri. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Mbappe. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rudiger kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Mbappe might just make this. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
That gets things going for the second half.
Vietnam really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
He rises! Oh, just needed a better contact.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
And here's Osimhen. Shot could be on. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that has put paid to that. Chance here to counter. That's a nicely measured pass. That's Solot.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nuno Mendes. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now he's off and running. And Dijk cuts out the pass.
Japan are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Mbappe, down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And now they can clear their lines. Tonali, delicate ball, and it needs to be.
For this match was
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution for Japan. Number 10.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 5.
Bellingham.
Tonali. Number 7.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Coming on the field. Number 9.
He's had a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Osimhen is offering a wry smile there.
Erdegaard.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Number 19. Alvarez. Substitution in progress.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
No way through. Now it's Rice.
Oh, great feat, that.
Rice proves just a little bit too strong. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Erdegaard, and Dijk wins the duel this time. Lam. Vietnam do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Osimhen. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nedved, he's picked his way through. Haaland. He's ended up in no man's land. Danger averted for now. And that's a throw-in. Ødegaard fiddles it through. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They played with great courage to try and kill this.
Can he finish? Bellingham.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Rodrigo. Mendes picks it up out wide.
Vietnam are stuck in Central Station, and they might find the fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Vietnam are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence, or attack for that matter.
Rodrigo. Can he get it through? And he's only too happy to take that back.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Ødegaard. It's a good spell of possession, this. Nuno Mendes gets it away. Elise.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Threads one in. Pass somewhat off target. He could be in here. Now it's Rodrigo. Osimhen. Big chance! And he thumps it clear. That's that, the end. Vietnam were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Lahm looking to hit the byline here. Muscular approach does pay off here. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. That's a decent clearance. Roberto Carlos. Yeah, that looks a decent ball. And he's there to get it away. That's the throw. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Nuno Mendes. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that is a nice touch. Tonali. Mbappe.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Mosquera. And it's Nedved. Now it's Pedri. Nedved. Japan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And the shot! He won't be happy with that one. Platini. Haaland. Mbappe. Now Davids. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Lahm. Rodri. Haaland.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Now, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Mosquera. 15 minutes till half-time. Nuno Mendes. Tonali. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Pedri has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Oh no, he's got that wrong. And he's there to clear it. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelt it out for him earlier.
It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Rodri. Oh, a delicate chip through. Nuno Mendes gets it away. Platini. Oh, red. Nice interception. Bellingham. That's very neat. He's picked his way through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bellingham. No, he's just misjudged that one. Yep, it's a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cleared without complication. Japan are looking to go forward now. And he's whipped it across. Danger averted for now. And that is expertly dealt with.
Has been indicated.
Tonali.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And they've caught Reed. And there is the half-time whistle. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Surlot. Mbappe. Bellingham, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. Haaland. And it's Lahm. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Decent hit! Nedved. Surlot. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's good play. Back could it go? He's tried one! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Nedved is offering a wry smile there.
Aims beyond the defence. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side.
The attendance for this match was 70,000.
Just about up to the hour now. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nedved. Can he finish? No mistake! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Substitution for Japan, number 5.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Mbappe.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Number 13.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He is just caressing the ball. Pablo Barrios. Rice. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And that has put paid to that. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
And here's Osimhen.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Roberto Carlos. Surlot. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, this looks sharp. Van der Ven gets over and intercepts.
Vietnam really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Barrios. Nedved tries a shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
Substitution for Japan, number 11.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Japan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
He's got away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Well, that's an excellent interception. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Rice. Great hit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Pablo Barrios.
There will be 3
Osimhen.
minutes added time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Vinicius Junior stood his ground strongly. And the pass is intercepted.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Davids. And the referee brings it to a close. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of... Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. The action has already started. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe! It's a mighty effort! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Roberto Carlos. Pedri. That's good play. Van de Ven. Belletti. Now Van de Ven. Gilberto Silva. Van de Ven. Mbappe might just make this. Pinches it off him. Bellingham. Rodri has given away a free kick. Rodri. Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. Pedri.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Bellingham! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Bahia are looking to go forward now. Caught offside that time.
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Saliba. And it's Belletti. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
They've played it short. He rises! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Van de Ven. Saliba. Van de Ven. Saliba. It's Belletti. Over to the other side. Van de Ven. Gilberto Silva. And that is as far as they're going to go. Rodri. And it's Lahm. Bellingham. Elise, who's set up one goal so far. Gilberto Silva. Nakata. Now that's well seen too. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Mbappe, and he's got the beating of his man. Great challenge, time to perfection. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Van de Ven. Pedri. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Haaland is flaring after that one. Vietnam have it back and can go again. No, he's just misjudged that one. Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he's had it nicked away. Bellingham. Pass is just off target. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rodri. And here's Haaland. Nakata. And the counter is on. Neatly clipped into space. The referee has given a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Olise plays it short. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Vietnam head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe. Roberto Carlos. Pedri. To Lahm. And here's Haaland. Great chance! It's their second corner of the game. Roberto Carlos! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe might just make this.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he was quick to react. Gilberto Silva. Nakata. Can he finish? Goal! Bahia! And they get themselves in front!
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems.
The attendance for this match was 72,306.
That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's beautifully weighted. Shot could be on. Now the finish! Sticks it away! And this is getting better and better.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Bahia take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Van de Ven. And it's Belletti. That's headed upfield. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Haaland. Bellingham. Oh, good ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bellingham.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
He's cut it out. Nakata. Belletti. Here's Chouameni. Van de Ven. Olise. Mbappe. He won't be happy with that one. Bahia are looking to break at pace. Chouameni powering forward here. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pedri. Gilberto Silva. Now Van de Ven. And here's Mbappe. Pedri. Has a go! And he's made sure that's not getting through. Now it's Haaland. Oh, good take in a good area. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gilberto Silva. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Vietnam clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Big chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 3 coming up.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bahia have the chance to go the other way. Can he put it away? Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Number 16, Rodri.
Belletti.
Coming on the field.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time.
Number 45.
That is Conte.
Osman. Number 8, Vinicius Junior. Number 6.
Nice interception.
Joshua
His
Kimmich.
positioning was spot
Number
on.
26.
Vinicius Junior. Passing nice and neat.
3 minutes added time.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds
Hello,
of the
everybody,
footballing
and
folk
welcome
in this
to
part of the
today's
world.
match.
Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Oh, he's got a sight of goal! An early chance, their first of the game.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
And we have our very first corner. Another corner, any better luck this time round? It's their second corner of the game. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Haaland. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Eden Hazard, with the ball at his feet, is one of the finest sights in world football, Peter. And I particularly enjoy the way he can glide away from his marker with just one touch. He's a lethal finisher, a very fine passer too. The kind of player the manager would be looking to build this team around, I'd imagine.
Okay, interesting. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Some really good ball movement. Oh, there's a probing ball. Saliba spots it and intercepts. And it's Azar. Araujo makes the interception. And here's Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Mbappe. Pedri. Roberto Carlos. Pedri. Vietnam yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's now the finish! Azar. Azar goes on a charge down the left. Portugal upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Roberto Carlos. Now Saliba. Oh, what has happened here? Very nicely done. Haaland! Danger averted for now. Romario. No, that's been intercepted. Bellingham. Roberto Carlos. It's run loose here.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, that's a fine interception. Bellingham.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Messi. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that was vital. Rodri cuts out the pass. Lahm. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Bellingham. Can he finish? Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cleared without hesitation. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. They get a throw in. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellingham. Now it's Romario. Looking for options
There
for
will be
movement.
1 minute added time.
That's good vision. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And there's the end of the first half. And as if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Mbappe.
Here we go again.
Number 9,
0-0, and we're at the halfway
Coming on
point.
the field, number 8, Vinicius
Oh,
Junior.
now here's an interesting matchup.
Number 45,
Right from Mario.
Osimhen.
A hefty challenge, but fair enough. And he's there to belt it away. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Header! No, not the best of headers.
Vietnam were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. It's loose now and they want to get it back. That'll be a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Vietnam do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Romario touches it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Bellingham, the man with such great vision. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Now it's Pedri, and here's Osimhen. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bellingham. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's a lovely, neat pass. That was good alertness. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Vietnam clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Substitution.
Rodri. That's played into space. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Osimhen unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Vietnam are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And it's Owen. Now it's Dembele. Bale. Rudiger with a fine tackle. And Owen! It's a goal! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
That is so good, such sharp skills. And such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Portugal have taken the lead.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Lam is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now he's off and running. Roberto Carlos. Can he get it through? He's in plenty of space here. They're up to 5 corners now. Saliba can get it clear.
Portugal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And here's Owen. And it's Roberto Carlos. Defending here is really tight. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's a pretty loose pass.
This is what good chemistry is all about. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Osimhen, and he's managed to get free. Oh, well played.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And he gets rid in a hurry. Roberto Carlos.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
We are glad to inform you.
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second half goal.
Souvenirs.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Hello,
as you can
everybody,
see,
and
we are
welcome
all
to
set.
today's match.
The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. And here's the chance to counter. He can run onto that.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Haaland chasing after it.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Oh, great hit! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he's taking no chances there. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Gently done. Bullet! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that should get the job done. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Messi. Neymar. Rummenigge. It's Neymar! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome. And the counter is on. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Caught offside that time. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's Messi. Can he get it through? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. They're taking a moment to consider their options. So, another set play. And here's Messi. Plenty to aim at here. He's got a side of goal. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And now they can clear their lines. Great defending, strong and determined. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Rummenigge! And he's gone looking for safety. Haaland, well seen, saw that coming. That is good alertness. Now he's off and running. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, and he's through the middle. Back in possession and ready to go again. Gently done. Oh, delightful ball. Check and claim that.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Lam. Vietnam yet to have an attempt on goal. And that should be the keepers. Neymar, very much a man of this moment. And it's lofted through here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Haaland.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. Yaya Toure. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Yaya Toure. And he was quick to react. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Gullit knocks it out wide. Has a go! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Vietnam ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Now it's Mbappe. Great ball if he can get there.
1 minute added time.
Gullit. And it's Messi. Yaya Toure. Oh, good taking. Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Kaka actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Climbs up big! And again! And that'll be the final action of the first half. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Vietnam really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Messi. He's going for goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Toure is there, and he can pick it up. Messi. Nuno Mendes. Gullit wins the duel this time. Rummenigge. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Oh, here's a chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Mbappe. Just eases him off the ball. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Haaland. Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. Gullit. Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Haaland. Rummenigge.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bellingham.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Messi. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Floated through. Might be danger here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And here's Neymar. The ball is loose, and the chase is on.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
That'll be a throw-in. Bellingham. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rummenigge. So, what can they make of this? Messi. Has a shot! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
clipped into space. And they've been given a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
Number 45, Osman.
Rummenigge. Vietnam are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. That is good strength. Saliba gets across and deals with it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that could set him on his way. Vinicius Junior.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Messi. No way through. Looking for the real chance! There it is! Looks offside, I think. Yep, the flag is up.
His delight very short-lived. The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 23, Hadrian. Coming on the field, number 20.
Vietnam will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change.
Substitution in progress.
Cruyff.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Vietnam have it back and can go again. Guti.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Aimed beyond the defence. Can he latch on to this? Yaya Toure. And they can counter here. And we're done. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. The Lazio fans are out in force, the atmosphere crackling. Mbappe! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
And no, that was never going to make it. That's been cut out, well played. And that is as far as they're going to go. And he cuts out the supply. Lam. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
And time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Messi. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
That has ended up in no man's land. There's the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Rudiger is there, and he can get that clear. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's managed to get free. Oh, what a climb! Good delivery, but no joy.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Well read, nice interception. Pedri. Played back in. Chance! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Vietnam really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
And the shot! He's delivered all right! 100 games of service, duly rewarded. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Vietnam have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Pass somewhat off target. And that's put paid to a promising move.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Kimmich. That pass has been well intercepted. Defending was strong and firm. Mbappe, and the shot! Has another go! And it's been given... And another try! And he's really put himself on the line here. Vietnam have their second corner now. That's a decent clearance. Lazio have the chance to go the other way. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe! It's a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Kimmich.
Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Mbappe. He's gone forward. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Haaland. Bellingham. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Haaland is onto it in a flash. And it's Nedved. He's tried one! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. A really close shave and the last action of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Vietnam head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Vietnam have their third corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And he's had a hit! Just off target.
Kimmich just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Mbappe. Always onto this. Now it's Haaland. Aims beyond the defence. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, nicely intercepted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That looks a cracking ball. Rudiger calmly anticipates. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Now it's Haaland. Oh, no joy this time. Maldini. Vietnam are still that goal to the good. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Nedved.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
60 minutes played. Now it's Mbappe.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And He's had it nicked away. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 13, numero 9, numero 10.
And that's definitely not his best.
Numero 11, numero 22.
It's a really well-measured ball.
Il numero 14, Luis Suarez.
Kimmich.
Il numero 21.
Vietnam still have the cards to affect this game.
Il numero 5.
Pass is just off target.
Il numero
He's
8.
ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Nesta cuts it out. Davids. And they can counter here. Now it's Rafael Leao. Davids. Great work on the overlap. Time, excellent interception. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. The most accurate pass. Kimmich. Now it's Rafael Leao. Threads one in. Davids.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
That is good alertness. Good spot, he's seen the run. He's one-on-one, shot, tries a shot! He has done it! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Vietnam are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this.
Hits one! Now, who's going to be first to this? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, that's a real shame, because it could have led to a real momentum shift.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. He saw the great chance! And he's there to get it away. And it's Veron. That's an excellent interception. Vieira really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Nuno Mendes is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Nuno Mendes is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And they win it back again. So that's it. It is all over. Vietnam are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency.